What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tiny Tim. And as you all may know, if you don't know, go ahead and check out any Facebook and Instagram posts for myself at Tiny Tim Gaming 3 on all social media platforms. But those of you who do not know, I am an avid binge watcher. When I am not creating content for you all to enjoy, I am binge watching a show, binge watching a movie series, or catching up on the newer films. But what I noticed is a lot of me and my squad mates, when we play the game, a lot of those clips, check out those clips. When we play the game, we got a lot to say in between matches about shows, movies, newer things that drop. And what I wanted to do was actually give my input. And I want to do it in a format and in a way that I can do it without being dismissive to what we're doing in the game. So what I've decided to do, what it's taken me long enough to decide to actually hit record, was start something called Tiny Reactions. So what's going to end up happening is I'm going to give my reaction or my synopsis of an episode, and we do it all the time. I've done it. You can find me on the Pardon My Arrogance podcast talking about Game of Thrones, but it's not going to be as long. I do want to just stop and take a couple minutes each week, talk about a movie or a show that that's really got my attention. But for the inaugural episode of Tiny Reactions, I'm going to stick with the show Manifest. Now, this show has really intrigued me. It's really intrigued me because when I initially saw it as a show that was coming, I was like, oh no, man, it seemed dope, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But the more and more I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. I missed the whole first season. I didn't watch it live. Now, those of you that know me, like I said, I don't watch TV shows when they're on anymore. My life, my schedule does not permit me to do such things. So what I would do is wait for a season to drop, binge watch the whole season. Wait for the next season to drop in a year, binge watch the whole season. So now, as of Sunday, June 27th, 2021, that sounds weird. Anyway, 2021, I'm like, man, Manifest is rated Netflix's top 10, one of the top 10 things in the US right now on Netflix. Let me finally decide to watch it. So what you're going to end up seeing in Tiny's Reactions is a brief synopsis on the episode, spoiler alerts, spoiler alert warnings, and my overall views on the episode. Now, with this particular Tiny's Reactions episode, it may be a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter than the actual episodes. But what I'm going to do is, with the inaugural episode here today and now, I'm going to give my brief synopsis on episode 1, on my thoughts on episode 1. Not going to go into any details on the episode. I really just want to leave that where it was. Didn't take any notes on it, didn't rewatch it. I will say this, as a person who was a fan of every single episode and season, except the last one, of the show Lost, I was hesitant. Watching this first episode, and I was like, seems a little picking up where Lost left off and telling a lot of what happened in between, landing and meeting up with each other. And I'm like, a lot of similarities. You're treading real close to the edge there, because it will forever go down in history that Tiny Tim Low Jackson does not like the show Lost. It's here on tape. I will call up my best friends and tell him, why did you put me onto this show that was so amazing all the way through, and then it ended like it did? Not a fan. Not gonna go back and rewatch it. Not gonna talk about it any further. But I will say this: this show immediately in the first episode gave me Lost vibes, and I was like, shit. Then I'm like, by the end of the episode, I said, no. This is not going to be what Lost was. And because of Lost and the way I watch movies and try to look for Easter eggs and piece things together and solve the riddle before it's fully told. I'm like, man, by the end of that episode, ideas flying everywhere. I'm sitting there like, well, that's the killer, or that's this, and that's. I had so many thoughts on the first episode that it was just having it too fast for me to write down. But I will say this: I'm gonna keep watching because I'm extremely intrigued. I'm extremely intrigued. Then slide over to episode 2. I'm extremely intrigued. Like, now we over here solving crimes, yada yada. But I'm like, okay, so is this what it's going to be? How are you going to incorporate all the passengers on Flight 828 in this way? But what I'm seeing from the show is so far is centered around Ben and Michaela. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. But this bitch got a lot of her own demons that maybe we use these powers to address her demons. Because I'm on the fence with that. I'm on the fence with her demons. And, you know, I really want to understand what's the point? What's her deal, right? Ben, I feel like, you know, he don't necessarily have demons, but he wasn't in the best place before that accident with the flight. He wasn't in the best place with his wife anyway. And that bitch, oh gosh, I don't like her. I don't like Grace. I don't like his wife at all. I don't care. They reconciled. This. She back. And now they want to live happily ever. Fuck that. And we only on episode 2 and 3 right now. Fuck Grace. I don't like Grace. You heard it here first. I don't like Grace. She a snake. I don't know if shit changed because I ain't been watching yet. I'm gonna catch you up next episode of Tiny's Reactions. But fuck Grace. That's where I'm at with it. But I took a couple notes and I want to touch on a couple things before I close out. Like I said, it's gonna be a short. Come on, rant about the episode, and we can talk about it in the comments. If you got something else to say, you agree or disagree, I don't care. Whatever. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna discuss it together in the comment section. But episode 3, bang! At the end of episode 2, right? So the Asian John, right? What was the first thing that the NSA agent said to Black Bull? What did he say? Media blackout. And what's the first thing she do? Go and try and make her money being a media superstar, talking about something. Hey, I'm gonna own my truth. I'm gonna say what I got to say. Got your ass dead. Got your ass dead. Spoiler alert. Got your ass dead at the end of episode 2. Now here we are in episode 3. Got to solve your murder because you was all talking that shit. Now hold on. That's what she get. That's my thought on that. That's my whole thought on this. Initially, I'm thinking to myself, own your truth, own your truth, own your truth, because of Cal and the letters on the fridge is like boom, 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 boom. I thought Cal put that up there. But in the flashback, it was Michaela moving the letters around, own your truth. What made her think that is one of them, you know, Flight 828 vibes she was getting. That's what made her boom. Because Cal said only use 3 words. Now, sidebar on Cal, he the catalyst for this whole thing. That is my prediction. Since he hasn't displayed any forms of, except in episode 2, with the whole where's my stuff, where's my stuff, where's my stuff. In episode 2, it was where's my stuff because of the twin vibes and the Flight 828 shit. He knew that his stuff was still in someone's possession of his family. He knew that there was still access to it. He just didn't know who had access to it. But he was sitting there throwing a fit because moms couldn't provide, but it was whole time sister that stashed all his stuff away and solved that for him. But I think where he is now as a child, it's been the same couple days for him. He doesn't quite fully understand where that inner feeling or mindset or inner speech is coming from. He just knows this is what I'm supposed to say. This is what I'm supposed to do. He was supposed to rat Michaela, not Michaela, what's her name? His sister, his twin sister. You know what I'm talking about. Still new to me, trying to learn all the names and memorize them. But he was supposed to, Olive, he was supposed to rat her out. Okay? He was supposed to rat her out because he knew, bro, it's pieces to it. It goes deeper. And I think he got something to do with it. He was the only one on that plane, to our knowledge so far, episode 1 through 4, that was terminally ill, that was going to get back to the U.S. and have to go through a fuck ton of leukemia treatment and cancer treatment, all this other stuff. So that's my thought on it. I think Cal got a lot to do with it, but let's get back to my notes. It has to do a lot more with Michaela owning her truth. Now, I was right in my assumption when I wrote this down, but I didn't know exactly what. I thought it had more to do with the ex-boyfriend / detective. I thought it had more to do with him, but we learned in her backstory later in the episode that the whole Michaela designated driver thing got a friend killed. But when we learn more about that backstory, and I'm like, okay, I get what's about to happen. I get it. She's got to approach her demons. And it ended up being the case, right? So that unfolds. That unfolds. And the way that unfolds is I need to go own my truth and approach the situation with the family who told me, beat it. They told me get the fuck on when I killed their daughter in a car and a freak accident. We still don't know what happened. I still haven't. The flashbacks ain't all come through. All I know is she was driving. Her best friend was in the passenger seat. Best friend dead. Now she got to own it up to the family. Right? So, cool. Yeah, own your truth. Go ahead and speak to the family. Address them. Make amends. Deal with that. Because not just because this Flight 828 thing and this mind thing they got going on, that is something in the mental health aspect of it all. You need to be able to live. You need to be able to cope with that. You need to be able to make that adjustment and whoo, that's a lot to pack in. That is a lot to pack in. Not to mention it's only been 2 days for you, but it's been 5 years for everybody else. So you need to address that to make sure, whether it be to give the family peace or to give yourself peace, own your truth, right? So I'm like, all right, this episode is going to be more about Michaela and owning her truth. Little did I know, this shit's more tied in than some of the Avengers and Infinity War shit. The way that shit linked up and connected, like Back to the Future, like, oh, Easter egg here. She go to own her truth. Next thing you know, best friend's mom's with dementia is walking in the middle of the street, saw the crime. Solves the crime. Listen, that bitch should have never been talking shit on the media in the first place. However, much like Ben and Grace's situation, she was gone for 5 years. 5 years. So I refuse to believe that anybody's just going to sit around and wait for 5 years. So what husband do? We talking about the Asian chick's husband who got killed at the beginning of the season, episode 2. What he do? He fucking another chick. Chick got it bad for him. She come back. Now she's just the maid. He did her dirty, but he wasn't guilty. Now, he was guilty, but not really guilty. I mean, he was running a sweatshop. He was doing some illegal shit anyway, but he ain't kill her. Cool. Boom. Go catch her in the middle of the street. Dementia. She done wandered off. She need to be on the wandering ward, not home anyway. But she wanders off. She in the middle of the street. She saves her. Michaela saves her by running the other chick off the road. The maid, the mistress, or the new girlfriend, or the husband, or the wife who just showed up dead. It's all connected. It's like a circle. It's like a circle, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. And that's why I felt like initially, I wrote this down for the beginning of the app. It's going to have more to do with Michaela, and I felt that. I knew that. Let's go ahead. When we talking about Grace, we finally see Grace at work. She's a caterer. She opened up her catering business. And I see the Asian boy that she working with. I'm like, oh, that's the new boyfriend? Don't really look like her type, but it's a TV show, so I don't know. But I'm like, okay, well, I'm listening. Now, he seemed like the male best friend that know everything, but, where her female best friends at? Sidebar. Where the females at? Where her friends at? Her friends was supposed to be the one to tell her, yo, you need to tell your man that you got a man this whole time. Not leaving him to guess and find condoms under the bed. I get it's old news. The whole time, though, you don't, and this is what I feel about all TV shows going forward, you'll understand, you don't cast a person of this person's stature playing Danny for him just to be a one-off. He was casted by somebody who I've seen in stuff before. So Danny gonna be around a while, and I can't wait to find out how. Because fuck Grace. I don't like Grace. You heard it here again, the second time. I don't like, fuck Grace. I don't like her. Her truth in episode 3, Grace need to own up to her truth. That's what I was saying on that. Then we fast forward to, they show up to the chick, what's her name? Kelly. Show up to her establishment, her mall, and see the one, I want to assume she was Russian, bad actress, Russian accent, whatever. We show up to her spot. She tell the business on what the husband was up to, how Kelly wanted to stop all of it, blah, blah, blah. But when they was running out the door, Ben and Michaela, they was running out the door, chasing her, out the back. They flashed to a clock that said 828 on it. Now, I done seen enough Final Destination episodes, enough Back to the Futures, this and that, enough Avengers, this and that, to know, look for Easter eggs. Look for interconnectivity in the background, right? Boom. Instantly saw that. I'm like, oh shit, 828. Let me write that down because I want to talk about it. So that's why I put that in the notes. That's why you see it here on the video. Flight 828, episode 3. Don't know how far in, but it's on the clock. There's a nice little Easter egg. I just want to mention it. What else? Olive, the daughter who knows everything. Since episode 1, been on some, yo, moms, you need to tell them what's up. We back. We need to, it need to be addressed because you on some snake shit. And I'm like, I fucks with Olive for that. I fucks with Olive for that because fuck Grace. I don't like Grace. I don't like where her character's going. I don't like, same thing I felt with Lori and Walking Dead. Fuck that bitch. I ain't like her from the get. Soon as I'm dead or presumed dead or gone missing, you fucking my best friend. Yeah, fuck out of here, yo. Fuck Lori. Anyway, fuck Lori, fuck Grace. I fucks with Olive though, because she was on that Keep It G shit until she started shoplifting. But that's another thing. Oh yeah. Oh God. Oh Grace. So then, all right. So I wrote it down, right? And trust me, the future episodes are gonna be more organized than this. I swear. But I just wrote this down because fuck Grace, right? Now I'm telling you, Olive, I fucks with her because she need to tell moms to own up. Now I sit down and I write this down in episode 3 about owning your truth, and a lot of truth was owned in the episode, which is cool, good stuff. A lot of truth was owned in the episode, right? So when Ben finally confronted her and hit her with the, like, what's up? I know there's other niggas, but am I gonna find, because homeboy had a key, friend from soccer practice has a key. Like, am I gonna find some other motherfuckers in here? Like, what the fuck? Like, how many more dudes got a key? Because I ain't trying to, I'm not trying to assault nobody else. Like, I need to know what's up. Grace go on some woe is me tangent like, yo, you was gone for 5 years. I had to get my nut. Like, come on, like, I had him helping with the laundry. I had him helping with the door that was creaking. I had him helping with the... No, you had him helping you nut. All these hymns knew about Danny, and where's Danny? At this point, we still ain't seen Danny. We still talking about Danny. We still seeing inside Danny's storage unit. We still seeing pictures of Danny. We still see Danny's condoms under the bed. We ain't seen Danny. We ain't seen Danny yet. But I'm like, ain't Danny's fault. Fuck Grace. The weirdo in jail. Now, I wrote it down as a little bullet point, but the weirdo in jail who ran out of Kelly's house. He said something in the episode. Now, I didn't write it down, but he said something when Michaela went to go see him in holding. And he said, y'all the chosen ones. I'm trying to make my penance, so when I die, I ain't afraid of prison. When I die, I can come back as one of y'all. What that makes me feel and believe is that there is something bigger going on in this show. Now, as of right now, it's just a sci-fi mystery to me. It's a detective sci-fi mystery whodunit. But when the main agency in the show is NSA, not the FBI, not motherfucking CIA, the NSA, to me, that it's, I don't know, something about TV shows that incorporate certain agencies make you think, oh, FBI, CIA. Then we talking about stuff like the blacklist and international crimes and smuggling and stuff like that. But when it comes to NSA, and I start thinking X-Files and aliens and all kinds of weird stuff, and I just be like, oh my gosh, man, what is next? Homeboy said that, and it made me think, hold up, reel it back. We might be looking at something supernatural here. And that's what I think about Cal. When the lady stopped him, and was it episode 2, I think? When the lady stopped him in the street, he had returned. Random chick, not connected to the flight, not nothing. She stopped him. Oh, he's returned. He is risen. He back. The next coming, we talking about the return of Christ. You are on your knees to this boy, acting as if he's the return of Jesus. And that's, nobody's catching that. Nobody's weirded out by that in the middle of the street. I'm weirded out by that. Not weirded out, but in the aspect of something bigger is going on. Then fast forward to this young man in the jail cell, one of the candle toters or whatever they called him, standing outside of the chick Kelly's house. I keep calling it Kelly. I feel like that's not her name. But when they typed it in the system, when they was looking for her body, it was Kelly. I think it was Kelly. I'm pretty sure it was Kelly. I don't remember. We're gonna find out in the comments. But y'all know who I'm talking about. The Asian chick who got a bullet through her head because she kept going on social media, who was really the maid in the living room with a pistol. Anyway, spoiler alert. But yeah, Cal, second coming to Christ. That's what the lady thing. Then we fast forward to the young man in the prison cell and holding, telling Michaela, I gotta make my penance. I gotta, so I can come back pure. Like as if they're heaven sent. That reference with what Sanvi, who initially, I ain't like her. I ain't like her at all. Off the plane, oh look, the electric shook the whole plane. Everybody's in disarray. This bitch go, y'all made me break my fucking laptop. I had some world-changing research on this laptop. Now look, I thought she was a straight up bitch. Like, yo, fuck you and your job, nigga. We almost died, huh? But I bangs with Sanvi. I bangs with her hard, like almost Olive level. I like Sanvi because she's quick thinking. She's a quick thinker. She's a doer. She's a doer, right? But coupled with Michaela, I think her, Michaela, and Ben, they really gonna get some stuff done because she a doctor. She got it figured out. Got Cal set up. She on it. I like Sanvi now. But what was I saying? Oh, Sanvi. I didn't like her at first, but when she found the gene or the, she called it a marker in Cal's stuff, now in her stuff, in her blood work, you running a healthy person's panels versus a person who's coming off of what children's leukemia, like he's a cancer patient. But before the incident on the flight, nothing was an issue. Cal, he didn't even have it as a cancer patient. But now all of a sudden it's a thing. I got it, he got it. Who knows how many other people got it, but all these people are connected. Like a straight up Sherlock Holmes / unfortunately I hate to say it, / Lost situation where everybody connected. Like Ben, episode 2, was hearing music because he had to help the bull. Now I'm like, okay, I like that. You hearing music? You don't hear that? No, I don't hear no music. You lost your mind. Just like Sanvi in the hospital. You see them footprints? Them wet footprints? No. But that whole episode that Sanvi, what's this? We talking episode, that's episode 3, right? Yeah. Nope. Episode 4. But it's episode 1 through 4 feedback, so follow along with me. Anyway, that whole episode, we was looking for footprints in the water, and I don't like Sanvi, but now I like Sanvi in episode 3 and 4. I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, you just got ran up on by the angel that's outside of a park on a statue. That's that same angel. Why do I know this? What park is that? It was the same park, the same angel that when they went to the park, it was Cal, Dad, and Mom, I think, because Olive was at practice or something. and they went to go shop for stuff for Cal so he can get some more of his own stuff, some clothes and some toys or whatever. And they stopped, and it was an angel. Now the angel was, the same angel over the water, but from what I remember, it was daytime, and they panned out. The camera panned out, much like the clock with the 828 on it, the pillow with the 828 on it. Now we're looking at the angel, the same angel that was telling Sanvi to go help the stowaway. I'm sitting there like, yo, I know this angel. I know this angel. What show was that from? Now, because I'm so fresh into the show and I'm binge watching it, I'm like, it's got to be this fucking show. It's got to be this show. The only other thing I'm watching is anime, a specific one, and stay tuned for Tiny's reactions. I don't fucking know what this is going to be. Just stay tuned for my reaction because, sidebar, got some heat coming. Anyway, I remember the camera panning out and there being a slew of birds on the angel's wings, and they looking down at the family. As Cal is complaining how this stuff is nice, but this is not my stuff. So, yeah, I'm like, yo, I know this angel. I know this angel. I know this angel. Finally, we get to the point. We tell the whole story about the stewardess. Now, we done factored in a whole nother person that's on the plane. It'd be the stewardess. Now, add on the musician who saved his son. Like, my question now with the show is, are we centering this around just Michaela and Ben being connected to these people and helping them with their outer things, their outer demons, their outer situations? Or are they all really connected? Like, am I going to see the violinist and his son again? Am I going to see the stewardess and the boyfriend of her brother, I think it was? Am I going to see them again now that their crimes have been, not their crimes, but now that their mystery has been solved? We're only episode 4 episodes in, and I'm hooked. And I'm like, I knew what the show was. Where has the show been? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I knew where it was, but I've had so many other shows. And if you can tell from any of my TikTok and Instagram, I'm on a whole different grind right now when it comes to the gaming, but I needed to get this on wax. I needed to sit down, finally record some stuff, and give my thoughts to you, the people. You like it, I would like it if you loved it, but I love it if you like it. Comment down below and share it. But I don't know if any of that makes sense. But going forward, I'm going to go ahead and keep them shorter than this. I wanted to pack in the intro and episodes 1 through 4 of what could possibly be called Tiny's reactions. Matter of fact, comment down below which one you think it should be. Tiny's reactions, or Tiny reaction, or a Tiny reaction, or reaction by Tiny, reactions of Tiny. I don't know. Comment what you think below, and I'm not going to say you're going to get a prize if I pick your comment, but we don't know. We don't know. I will give you a shout out on the next video once I'm locked in. I don't know how frequent these are going to be. I'm trying to do once a week, and if I start incorporating other shows, it'll be more times than that. But like, comment, subscribe down below, and make sure you tune in for the next episode of what will be Tiny's reactions, or Tiny reactions. Which one? You tell me. I don't know. Like I said, comment down below what you think you like the best. Anything you heard in this episode from the review of the show Manifest episodes 1 through 4. We won't be packing in more than one episode next time. We're going to keep it short, episode at a time. But I wanted to do some stuff, introduce myself, show my face without my headset on and not yelling at people on the game. Like I said, Tiny reactions. I'm going to be talking about it. Manifest. We're talking on the show Manifest. I'm going to be reacting to it. And that being said, you can find me on all social media platforms at Tiny Tim Gaming 3 on Twitch, streaming weekly, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Twitch. Twitch is Tiny_Tim03. That's the only one different because apparently you can't change your name to your name. Whatever. Twitch, I love you though. Also, any questions, comments, concerns about this episode or future episodes, any gaming content, something about the channel you like or don't like, love or don't love, whatever it is, go ahead and you can email me at tinytimgaming3@gmail.com. Also, before you leave, go ahead down and check out the link below or above or wherever I put it, and go ahead and check out repsports.com. That's www.repsports, repsports.com, and pick you up a case or can or powder of Raise Energy. Partnered with Raise Energy a while ago, and I love their product. Drink them every day. I use their supplements every day for the gym. Go ahead and check them out. Fill up your cart online. Use code TINY. Get an additional 15% off of your entire cart purchase. And tell them I sent you. Give them a review. Love it. I love it. You should drink it too. Also, check out pardonmyarrogance.com. Pardonmyarrogance.com. Some of the dopest weather appropriate apparel on the market right now. They got a podcast. They 3 seasons in. All podcasts are uploaded to my knowledge on the website as well. So while you perusing, looking for some new gear, they got hats, they got scarves, they got sweatshirts, t-shirts. They got it all for the ladies and the men. All purpose weather. They got Scully's, dad hats, bucket hats, backwards caps, trucker caps. They got it. Go ahead and check them out. Live life arrogantly. Also, I love y'all. If you made it this long, 30-ish minutes in, don't know if I'm going to add an intro to this, but if you made it this long, thanks. Again, comment down below 2 things. What am I asked for? Point of action? What you supposed to do? Go to the comments. Tell me what you think the title of this segment should be. And go to the comments and tell me who your favorite character is or your least favorite character is for the show Manifest. We will be talking Manifest weekly. Check me out. Peace.